My chair's got a life of its own here, look. A bit of poltergeist activity. Wow! That's good fun, that, isn't it, eh? Got a few scoops, you'll be all round the room, look. Whoa, puffy in my hands. Hang on a minute, while I position myself. Now, look, it won't keep still. What have you done to me casters? Well, this is a moment for me, because my first guest is an actress whose career has spanned more than 50 years. Laurence Olivier and Sir John Betjeman were two of her biggest fans, and for 23 years she was Coronation Street's noisiest neighbour, Hilda Ogden. She was voted the favourite soap character of all time, and for the past 18 years she's played Auntie Wainwright in Last of the Summer Wine. She is indeed a national treasure. It's an honour and a real pleasure to welcome the one and only, let me hear you please, Miss Jean Alexander. Jane, this is a great day for the O'Grady's, I tell you, it really is.
Well, it's a great day for me to meet such a marvellous fellow Scouser, if I may call you that.
You certainly can. You know I'm from the other side.
Oh, I do.
The Whittle, yes.
Yes, the posh end.
Well, not from where I'm from, it's not the posh end. Opposite Camel Led, so I don't think they're estate agents to say Des Res.
That's where they make the coat, isn't it?
That's
Camel
right.
Yeah.
And we got the tan yard on the other side. Oh, the smell on a Wednesday. I can't tell. I've just got to say, you don't do things like this normally, do you, Jean?
Not as a rule, no.
No. And I very rarely throw myself at people at the Soap Awards.
Well, I'm glad you threw yourself at me,
and say, Jane, I love you, please come on my show. So I think to humour me, I'm so glad you're here, I really am.
Well, I'm pleased to be asked. It's an honour to be asked.
Oh, do you know, you've been at it for 50 years, haven't you? I'll rephrase that.
Depends what you mean by at it.
You've been in the business?
I've been in the business acting since 1949.
How did you get into it?
Well, I belong to a playgoers club in Liverpool, amateur society.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, school friend of mine, joined as well. And she got rather friendly with the chap who was doing the scenery. He had another job in the daytime, but that's the way it used to work. This was just a hobby. And I was trying to get into the theatre and no idea how to do it, no contacts or anything. So they went off to Macclesfield because they were going to get engaged and to join this Adelphi Guild Theatre, which was a fit-up theatre where they rehearsed in Macclesfield and took a play out to town hall theatres and school theatres, things like that. Anywhere within 35, 40 miles of Manchester. And they put my name in because they were casting for a new season, so I went over for an interview, and fortunately, thank the Lord and everything else, they took me on. So that was my introduction to the professional theatre.
And the rest is history, isn't it?
The rest went on to weekly rep, which is another story altogether.
See, they don't do rep anymore now, do they?
No. Well,
so how do young actors learn the trade?
I don't know how they learn it now.
Because they go on things like Big Brother.
Yeah, well, there's nowhere to go, nowhere for them to go to learn what they can do and what they can't do, to practice their skills. Because unless you've been up on a stage in front of an audience who have paid to come in and are sitting on their hands saying, entertain me if you dare, you don't really know what you're doing. So 10 years in weekly rep for me was a very good grounding. I'm not usually fazed by very much these days, thankfully.
We've got some photos here, Jane, of you. I love this one. This is fabulous. What?
Oh, that was one of my early parts at Southport rep.
Is this Sadie Thompson?
No, I can't remember what the play was called, but it was some pot boiler or another playing a tart.
You look fabulous. What's this?
Oh, that was at the Theatre Royal in New York. When we did pantomime, we all had to make our own costumes and everything. And I was always playing an animal, whether there were animals in it or not. But this was Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and I was one of the bears. And those are two of the bears' heads that I had to make for people to wear. And the bears had clothes on as well, but I had to make paws and heads to fit the people who were going to wear them. And they were two of my bears' heads.
So they've got it soft now, haven't they?
That was me in the middle.
So you go home... So you go home, so you'd learn a play all day, you'd rehearse the play all day, then you do the evening performance.
You do a different play at night.
And then you go home and make the props for the next day?
No, not... Well, pantomime, yes, but in the general run of weekly rep, you're rehearsing one play during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday in the daytime, and you're performing a different play at night, the one you learned last week.
Didn't you ever get confused?
No.
Oh, I would, Jane. No. Believe you me, I would. I'd be going out there, it'd be Romeo and Juliet that night. I'd be doing Othello.
You also had to provide your own costumes for every play that you did, unless it was a uniform or a period costume, and then they were hired. But I spent half my time at the sewing machine in the afternoon making dresses and evening dresses and things for whatever play I was doing next. And half the stuff, if I was playing all sorts of old biddies, well, then I used to go around the junk shops and see if I could get anything cheap. old clothes. I had a skip full of old tat.
I have, believe you me, in the loft, you open it, you think, what's this? Looks like a dead showgirl's place. Now, you were born in Toxteth, because a lot of people think you're from Manchester. I've said, no, she's not. You're a Scouser, you're from Toxteth.
Well, yes, and that was one of the reasons I got one of my first televisions. Because when I came to London in 1961, one of my early televisions, it was very difficult to get into television in those days, was a Z-Cars. I went for the interview for a Z-Cars, and they said, well, this is all set in Liverpool, and we want to try and get authentic accents. Can you do one? I said, well, yes, which part of Liverpool do you want me to come from? And I was in.
And was it a hard childhood?
Well, we never had more than 2 halfpennies to rub together, you know, but you had to count every penny. But I had a very nice family. My mother and father were marvellous people and worked hard. And we were brought up to work hard. And, you know, you're going to have to earn your own living sooner or later. So we did.
Yeah.
But it was a close family. Part of the time we lived with my grandparents. And that's another story.
Well, it's in the book.
Yes, I know.
Do you know, I remember reading this years ago on a train coming back from Leeds. And the train got stuck, I'm glad to say. You know how it normally goes into the stand, you normally sit there glaring out the window moaning. Right. I was quite pleased because I just sat back and read the book. Oh, good. It's just some great stuff. You were a librarian and all. Well,
I was a library assistant. Yeah. Never got to being a librarian because I didn't stay long enough. I was there for about four years and a bit, I think. I took one of the library exams and then managed to get into the theatre, which is what I really wanted to do. But I worked in the public libraries in Liverpool for about 4 years.
Now, did you base Hilda on any of the women from your childhood, you know, around the streets of Liverpool?
Oh, yes.
You used to see those. We had one next door to us in Birkenhead. She's dead now, so I can talk about her, Mary, with the rollers.
Yes.
And she stunk a Guinness, and her frock was always held together with a nappy pin.
Yeah.
She always had gossip.
Yeah, I think Hilda, you know, various characters I've played have been bits of people I've known in the past. You don't remember who they are, but little bits of information get stored up here because I'm a great people watcher to see how they speak, how they move, all the rest of it. Talking about Guinness, there's one photograph that's in there from a play we did at York Theatre Royal, where I played a fat old barge woman. I padded, wore a man's jacket and a man's cap and boots. I was only on for 15 minutes and had to talk and smoke a pipe and drink 3 pints of Guinness and talk at the same time. So every night, as soon as I came off, I used to go straight upstairs and was sick as a parrot upstairs.
Now, Stan and Hilda, that was the best double act. That really was, wasn't it? Stan and Hilda. It was just two. Bernard Youens, what a great... I met him once. What a lovely... Yeah, really.
Oh, he's a lovely chap. We used to call him Bunny because he didn't want to be called Bernie. He hated being called Bernie. So we called him Bunny. And we'd never heard of each other. He'd been in rep for years. And then he was in the army during the war. And when he came out, he went back into rep. But we'd never heard of each other. We'd never met until we went into Coronation Street.
And yet you had that great chemistry.
And yet we fitted like bacon and eggs, you know.
Yeah, completely.
We worked the same way and had a great time.
Well, we've got a clip
anything
now.
that Coronation Street did for Hilda and Stan, it was a great partnership.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was just wonderful.
Couldn't have done it without him.
Oh, well, can we show... We've got this clip. Let's have a look now of Stan and Hilda in action.
Since when have we eaten apricot jam?
Our Polly gave me last time I were there.
Why, is your cousin insurance policy or something?
No. Damien pinched them off the plane when they went to Benidorm, bless him. Only none of them eats jam.
I'm not eating any Spanish leftovers.
No, but you'd eat English fish and chips, wouldn't you? And sup English ale, sat in an English deck chair, on English sand, in English flaming sunshine.
Hey?
Look. Luke, if you'd won that Super Brain contest, that's what the first prize would have been. Free weekend in one of Newton and Ridley's pubs in the Isle of Man.
I wouldn't have won it. And you know what? It was quarter-finals.
Correction, Stanley. You would have been in the quarter-finals if you hadn't gone and beggared your chances by getting paralytic and going to the wrong flaming pub.
Honest, I was told it was the King's Head. I'll swear on the Bible.
Here, don't you bring religion into this. You're in enough trouble as it is.
Fabulous. Just the business.
I don't remember doing that.
You know what I always wish, Jean, that you'd have brought an LP out. Hilda sings a great...
my God.
Hilda Upton, born to sing. Now, everybody went round going, the hills are alive.
Well, actually, it was very funny. Frankie Vaughan asked me if I'd do a record with him. I said, you must be joking.
Now, Jean, you're a big cat lover, aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Mad about cats.
Well, we've got some kittens coming on who are looking for a home, but we've also got something for you because we know you're such a big... I'll bring it over so you can see it. Such a big cat lover. It's a tiny little crystal cat.
Oh,
Here you go,
look
a
at
little
it.
present.
Oh, Paul, thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much.
Listen,
Oh,
it's the
look
least I
at
can
that.
do, a little crystal cat.
Look at that. It's a puss.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, put your hands together for the one and only Jean Alexander. Come on, let's do that. A legend on my couch.